Good afternoon, this is Nicholas from Gandora Gaming, and we have a brand new rank 12 XYZ monster to go over today, a new boss monster for the extra decks of all decks, and I'm not going to lie to you, this card seems bonkers as hell. I already read the fact, it's pretty stupid, and I wouldn't say, it's debatably as powerful as Zeus, but it does different things instead of Zeus, and I'll explain what I mean by that. But this guy is absurdly strong, especially going second. And let's go over it. So this card has 2,900 attack, 2,900 defense. I wish it was 3,000, but the thing's already broken. So what can you do? Materials are 2 level 12 monsters, but you're never XYZ summoning this thing the hard way. You can also XYZ summon this card using one monster you control with the highest attack during this turn, or the next turn after your opponent special summons 2 or more monsters from the extra deck. Transfers its materials to this card. If this card is special summoned this way, you can't normal or special summon other monsters for the rest of the turn. So what does that basically mean? Well, this card basically says, hey, if you're going first, use the highest attack monster on the field that you control, XYZ on top of this card, and bam, you have this big rank 12 on field. Now, that doesn't sound that great in a high scheme of things, because most decks, if they're going first, are going to have like a Baron or like some other big boss monster already on field, so it makes no sense to link off a boss monster for another boss monster, basically. But if you're going second, and you're trying to break into a board, imagine you go through all your resources, your opponent goes through all the resources, and then you just have like a measly like little guy on field. Well, since your opponent XYZ summoned, or not XYZ summoned, my apologies. Since your opponent special summoned from the extra deck twice last turn, you can just XYZ this thing on top of any monster on your field. It doesn't matter. This could be XYZ summoned on top of a Link Karibo. This thing can be XYZ summoned on top of a, like, anything. Nightmare Ibley on your field. It doesn't matter. I think he's just huge, and I guess Nightmare Ibley locks in the links. You know what I'm trying to basically say. Basically, it doesn't matter how small your monster is on the field, as long as your opponent special summons 2 monsters from the extra deck the previous turn, you just get a free 2,900 beat stick. Now, the 2,900 beat stick isn't the strongest, because I wish it was 3,000, so it can't get over things like Baron and stuff, but we'll get to what it does now. Neither player can activate the effects of monsters with 3,000 or more attack while this card you control is XYZ summoned. So basically it says this guy's skill drain for 3,000 or higher. So this guy negates Baron, he negates Zeus. He's a floodgate for access code. He's a floodgate for Psychic and Punisher. He's just a floodgate for any monster that is 3,000 or more attack. And then his second effect is, once per turn, you can detach one material from this card, return one monster on the field to the hand. So the idea of this card is that when you're trying to break into a board, and you use all your resources, or you use most of your resources, to stop to bait out all your opponents at the gates, you can XYZ on top of whatever little guy you have on field, and to this dude, it skill drains whatever monsters they have left on the field, as long as they're 3,000 or higher, and then he's just a once per turn compulse, which is pretty solid. I think this card has huge potential going second, and I think for some decks it even has huge potential going first, because he is just a skill drain for 3,000 entire attacks, and he's used with any monster with the highest attack. So if you're playing like a low to ground, like trap based deck, imagine Link summoning. This card's basically a Link 1. Like, for example, let's say you're playing, I don't know, what's a deck that's like, let's just say you're playing Altergeist before the new support, right? Like, the best you're doing is ending on the Link 2, or you're just ending on, like a normal summon pass, right? Well, instead of normal summon pass now, you can just, like, normal summon one dude, set, like, 5 back row, and then XYZ on top of that normal guy into this. Here's a better example, Labyrinth. And let's say they don't summon one of the big ladies this turn. You can literally go normal summon out the little level 4, search your trap, set 4 back row, I said this is the highest monster you saw on the field. You get his XYZ on top of this guy. And then yes, you can't spell summon for the rest of the turn, but who cares? Because this guy is not only a Floodgate, but he's also a Compulse, so he's an interruption. That is absolutely insane. And this card has potentials. And I think all the Age of Overlord cards they revealed so far are absolutely insane. And yeah, we'll just have to see. This thing seems absolutely insane. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't do anything stupid. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Oh, I didn't go over the name, by the way. The name is stupid as hell, too. It's Stellar Nemesis T. Doomsday Star. Basically says phone, or Phon. I think it's like Typhon. It's trying to say Typhon, which is a Greek Tartarus monster. So it's basically the Logia Stella Typhon Nemesis Star. Nemesis Doomsday Star. That's actually a really sick ass name. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Don't do anything stupid. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.